Hi, I'm Jimmy Blakeney, product designer for Aisle, and in this video we're going to talk about our aluminum frame console seat. This seat is designed for our Flywater as well as our Megalodon models, and it's called the console seat because it is a full height chair seating position that can be either a seat or a lean post that serves as a console, and you can attach additional accessories to it to create a console style seating and just central area for your watercraft. So it comes in 6 different parts, and it also comes with knobs, and it comes with an Allen key. Additionally, and we're going to set this up here in a second, but additionally, if you have a Flywater, you're going to have included with that package are 2 connect and extend straps, and you're going to get these stainless steel carabiners. If you have a Megalodon, you're going to have to purchase these separately. So you have to purchase a set of the connect and extend straps. You'll need 2 of those, and you'll need to get 2 stainless steel carabiners. You can purchase these on Amazon or wherever. We do sell them. I believe we're currently sold out, but you'll just need 2 of these stainless steel carabiners, and you'll see why when we attach it to the board. All right, so when it comes to assembling this, the first thing I'm going to do here in my little package is I'm going to take out the Allen key, and I've already done this, but just to be clear, you're going to want to check all of the bolts and make sure these are nice and snug. So that's what this is for, is just for checking all of these to make sure they're snug. This is also true on this plate, so I can check that these anchors are also snug. That's really the only purpose for that. In here are all of our knobs, so we're going to get things assembled and then we'll use those knobs. But the first thing we do is we're just going to take these pads and we're going to set them up on the seat back and then put the seat cushion on. So with this, you just want to make sure that the Aisle logo is facing the right way. I'm going to slide these straps through the top here and through the bottom. And then I can just Velcro that closed. All right, so that's assembled. I'll take this, flip it over, and you've got instructions on the plate as well, so it's kind of telling you what to do. But I can see that these 2 straps are oriented this way, and so for these, it tells you where these go. So we're going to drop these into the rear, and these into the front. Pull those through. Stand this up so you can see. Pull these through. Pull these through, and same thing. So now I've got my 2 components set up, and now I want to install the legs. So for these 2 legs, the way these work, I'm going to have this one in the front, and it's got a little rubber washer on it that you can see that just helps dampen it. So I'm going to insert that here. Got to pick the right leg to make sure that you've got your 2 holes on the correct side. So this is the correct one, so it slides through there, slides through here. All right, so now that one is in. So I can now take the other side, do the same thing. Boom. And now I'm going to need my knobs. So this is where we use the knobs. And when you're threading these knobs, you are going to have, the first time you thread them, there will be a little resistance because you're threading it into the aluminum of the leg, and there is a hole there, but when you thread it the first time, that is going to fully thread the aluminum properly for the screw. So the first time you do that, it might have a little bit of resistance, but then it's going to go right in. So I can tighten those 2 down. And then do the same on the rest of them. So this seat really was intended to give you this really nice elevated seating position It was more comfortable than sitting down, you know, like a traditional kayak, especially if you're fishing. So if you're out there fishing and you want to have that higher seating position for visibility, it's also great for just cruising around, because the way I use it a lot is I'll put one of my kids on the seat and I'll stand behind it on the lean post, which you'll see in a second, and it just allows me to steer from behind using the pull steering, which we recommend, and especially the one from Bixby, which is really nice. So it's just a really fun way to cruise around and have a little micro skiff, as we like to call these. Okay, so that's all set. Got the base. Now I'm going to take the upper portion of the seat, slide that on, take my knobs, and same thing here. So once this is set up, you know, and this is true of all these inflatables, you can leave them inflated all season. That's what I do a lot of times. I'll leave mine inflated for the whole season, and you know, not take it down until the end of the season. Some people like to take it all the way down, especially if you transport it a long way in your car. But really, that's up to you, personal preference, and how you're using it. All right, so I got the seat now fully set up. One thing you'll notice on the seat is that there's tracks. There's a track on each side here. There's also a track here at the top, along the top, and there's 2 tracks along the back. Those are for using a T-bolt to attach any Scotty Ram Mount Yak Attack accessories. So you can fully accessorize this, and that's what I mean by a console seat. So now if I'm gonna place this, the way I like to place this, it really is gonna depend on your use case and how you're using it. But this will probably involve some trial and error for loading your boat or board, because we want it to be trim. We want it to be level on the water. So my position of this seat is gonna vary depending on exactly where my trim is, based on how much gear I have, how many people I have. But if I'm standing here and I'm using it as a lean post, I might want it a little further forward, and I'm standing here and steering. If I'm using it where I'm sitting in the seat and steering, I probably want it a little further back, and then I'm sitting and I'm steering with my pole steering, and there's actually an attachment that you can put on here to hold the pole steering. You'll see that in some of our videos. So in this case, we're just gonna show like kind of a standard setup here behind the carry handle, as if I'm gonna be sitting on it. I might move it a little further forward because you're gonna have your motor on the back and whatnot. So the next thing I do, the reason I have these stainless steel carabiners is because I need to create an anchor point. So the IO-Link system allows you to convert any one of the IO-Link loops into essentially a D-ring using these carabiners. So that's how that attaches. I'm gonna put one on each side, make sure it's the same one. And once I have those on, now I'm gonna use my connect and extend straps to finish the install. So super easy to set up. On this, the way I'm gonna attach, I'm going to run this through here, come up and through this slot on the side, and then back down to my D-ring. So there's a loop in that. So once I'm back down to the D-ring, I can pull on this and snug that up. All right, so that's how that's gonna work. And I actually I'm gonna remove it real quick and show you, because loosen it up a little bit. So I do like to have this extra webbing management on the other side, so you can manage the excess strap just to keep it clean. So loosen that up a little more, slide that in, hold this strap in the back and pull it tight. And then I can use this to secure the excess strap. All right, oh, that's not right. So we want that to be like that. So it's not quite tight enough. So tighten that down again. And pull this back through one more time. just to clean up my strap. I've made a little bit of a mess of it, so I'm gonna pull that out. So the best way to do this, once you do get it secure, then fold it again, make sure it's not longer than this, and then tuck it in. And that way you get a nice clean setup. So repeat that on the opposite side, and you've got your seat fully secured to your boat or your board, and you're good to go. So that's the aluminum frame console seat. Great add-on accessory to your Flywater or your Megalodon. So check it out. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you on the water.